Get some work done here, shall we? You know, I am getting fed up with this, always having to plug my laptop in, plug my phone in, and it just never stops, never stops. Always have to charge something. Let's talk batteries. We have these batteries, non-rechargeable, and we have these batteries, rechargeable batteries. This is a phone battery. We're going to be focusing on rechargeable batteries today, specifically lithium-ion batteries. They don't last all that long. Maybe your phone lasts a day, your laptop 1 or 2 days. You often see somebody plugging their phone in or devices in to charge, and many people carry around one of these, an external battery pack, to charge their devices on the go. Yet technology is, hey, batteries always get you. Like I was saying, a major battery advancement hasn't occurred in over a decade, and it is why we still have to use these. Yet most other technology, like computers for instance, have been rapidly moving forward. So what the heck is going on with batteries? Let's take a closer look. History with Mr. Prescott. We are currently stuck on lithium-ion batteries that were first introduced to the consumer market in 1991. That's over 2 decades ago. But they have grown to be the most popular means of portable electronics energy storage. However, lithium-ion batteries are heavy and expensive and don't scale up very well, especially in applications like the growing electric car market. Engineers agree that lithium-ion batteries aren't the future and a new cell technology will have to be made. But improvements to the lithium-ion battery keep being made that keep it on top of the pack. The improvements to lithium-ion batteries that we'll be focusing on today is the switch from graphite anodes to silicon anodes. Graphite to silicon. Lithium-ion batteries work on the principles of oxidation reduction, or redox reactions for short. Let's imagine here on the board a lithium-ion cell. Imagine your phone battery, this, on the board. I'm now going to have Jerry, my narrator, take over from here. The battery has a positively charged cathode on one side and a negatively charged anode on the other side. The cathode is made of lithium metal oxide and the anode is made of graphite. Graphite is a network covalent made of layers of covalently bonded carbon atoms with London dispersion forces holding the layers together. As the battery is charged, electrons from an external source, say the wall outlet, flow to the anode and the lithium cations flow from the cathode to the anode, where they are reduced and absorbed into the layers of the graphite. This absorption of lithium ions into the graphite layers is called intercalation. The battery is now charged. As energy is drawn from the battery, the lithium atoms in the anode are oxidized and flow to the cathode, while the electrons flow to whatever needs to be powered, say your phone. Now that you understand, or at least hopefully you understand, the basics of how a lithium-ion battery operates, let's talk about the improvements to lithium-ion batteries. Though there are many new battery chemistries in research and development, one of the prominent ones is with silicon, like I mentioned before. Now this improvement occurs here, in the anode, where engineers have been trying to replace graphite anodes with silicon. By replacing the graphite anode with silicon, the theoretical charge capacity of the battery is 10 times higher. This is because graphite has specific bonding sites in its layers for lithium ions to bond to, whereas with a silicon anode, the lithium ions are stored in the interstices of the silicon, forming an alloy. This allows for much more lithium ions to be stored within the silicon anode and allows for the anode to be smaller and the cathode to be bigger. Great, right? Let's just replace all of the batteries in our devices with silicon anode batteries and then we wouldn't have to charge our devices for weeks. Yeah, no. Not quite. Silicon's limitations comes with its structural changes when it takes in lithium ions. When the lithium-silicon alloy forms, the anode's volume increases by 300%, where in contrast, the graphite anode only increases by 7%. This repeated expansion and contraction causes the particles of the cell to fall apart and is what causes a battery's life to shorten or end in an abrupt No, phones don't explode like that. It's more like Ignore the audio. But that's basically the problem with silicon anodes. Scientists have been looking at some solutions, such as encasing the silicon anodes in graphene to prevent it from expanding too much. So what have companies done so far with silicon anodes? Well, Tesla, the company on the forefront of battery technology, has overcome this problem by adding only a little bit of silicon to their car battery cells. The porousness of the graphite anode matrix has enough room for a small amount of silicon to expand and contract, with the majority of the cell's capacity still in the graphite. Nevertheless, it's this small advancement in their batteries that has allowed the new 2017 Model S to become the fastest production vehicle in the world, with a 0 to 60 time of 2.27 seconds. That's faster than Porsche, Ferrari, McLaren, Pagani, and Lamborghini's fastest cars, and is tied with the new 2017 Bugatti Chiron. And none of these cars are four-door sedans either. Oh, and did I not mention the Model S cost at least 10 times less than all these other supercars? Because if I didn't, well, the Model S cost 10 times less than all these other supercars. So yeah, the future is a pretty cool place to be, and battery technology is one of the many variables that's helping us get there. Now in conclusion, one of the many new promising battery chemistries is lithium-silicon batteries that replace graphite anodes with silicon anodes. This increases energy density, increases efficiency, lowers cost of battery production, and lowers the environmental impact. With the world on its way to going all renewable energy, a new battery technology has to be invented to store enough payloads of energy. Everything from cars, planes, trucks, trains, hyperloops, jetpacks, they'll all be electric, as well as spaceships and M&M worlds. That's man-made worlds.